Hello everyone, it's Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to kind of go over my plans for reading in December, and I guess this is going to be my first Vlogmas style video. So my plan is to post fairly frequently, hopefully weekly, in the month of December to sort of track that last little catch up on your reading goals for the year sort of thing. So I am going to be trying to read, I only have 4 more books left on my Goodreads goal to reach 52 books for the year, but I had some other goals I had just wanted to accomplish throughout the year. One of those was to read 5 classics. I've only read 1. One of the other goals was to read the rest of the Death Note manga books that I have not picked up yet, which I believe is 6 through 13. So yeah, I'm not sure if I will actually be able to do those goals, but we are going to be participating in a readathon. It is the Old Favor Pass. It is like a mini magical readathon hosted by G from Book Roast. This is kind of meant to be a low-key readathon that's more of like chill, fun, rather than like stressful tracking all the books. So what she has done is made this little like town with all these shops that you can go to, and then each of the shops has a different prompt list to follow. So I will be trying to read as much as I can for there. There's different ways you can go about it. So each shop has like 3 different prompts you can try to follow. So you could either stick to one shop and do all the prompts there. You could try to visit all the prompts, or if you're really ambitious, you can try to do all 15, I think it ends up being. That sounds like a bit much, unless I do end up reading like a million manga in one day. We'll see. Right now I'm kind of thinking I want to read 1 book per shop, but that might change. We'll see. So let's go over what I'm currently reading. So the first book I am currently reading is Elegy by Amanda Hocking. This one I think I did start during the magical readathon back in August, and I was like, I'll finish it in September. Did not do that. I'm about a third of the way through. I'm on chapter 17. It's called Festivities. How fitting for this like December like Vlogmas thing I got going on. So we are going to try to finish this before the end of the year. The other books I want to finish before the end of the year that I have started are the Bachman books by Stephen King, and I feel like a lot of these will fit the like horror and thriller prompts in the Old Favor Pass challenge. And the only one I have read in this so far is Rage, and I did film me reading that and my reaction. However, I never posted it because my plan was to continue like through the book, so I might kind of just lump that in, but that footage is like from back in April. Hello everyone, long time no video, but I am happy to be back, and the reason I am back filming a video is because my boyfriend found me a copy of the Bachman books by Stephen King. This is a collection of 4 of Stephen King's books that were written under the pseudonym Richard Bachman, and this I believe was a book club edition, like a special edition of the bind up, and this is no longer in print because of some of the content in it. Stephen King decided to remove one of these in particular, Rage, from print after it was accused of inspiring school shootings, which is very sad. However, I am intrigued to see if that's the case with the book or what the actual contents of the book are, because I've also heard a lot of people say that that's not the main point of the book, and I don't know, there's a lot of criticism around that one in particular, and I kind of like to form my own opinions when controversial things happen. And if you know my reading taste, I have been very into reading Stephen King books. So I am curious to see how these compare to some of his other novels that I have read, especially Carrie, which was his first novel, as some of these I believe were written before Carrie, but published afterwards. So yeah, I'm interested to see this type of writing style and see if it is different compared to the books he published as himself under his own name. And I am super excited to have this book. This one is in quite good condition. Most of these books that I have seen are much more beat up than this, so I am thrilled to have this, and I'm going to start reading it today. You don't want me to keep reading? I have finished reading the first novel in the Bachman books, and that was Rage by Stephen King. And honestly, I don't feel like it was as bad as some people play it up to be. I was expecting much more gore, much more detail, much more, I don't know, horror. That sounds bad, talking about a shooting and like saying it wasn't horrific enough. But the way people made it sound was a lot worse than what I felt like it actually was. It was much more about the mental health issues faced by this boy that leads him to committing this horrible act. And I think the main character is a little bit relatable in some aspects. And I think that's the point Stephen King was trying to make when originally writing this. It was that perhaps we all have good and bad inside of us, or something more so along the lines of everybody has struggles. And it's definitely not romanticizing the school shooting or making it seem like this is the way to handle your problems. I see why this book was removed from print. I can understand the concerns that people had given its content. However, I don't feel like it was as horrific as people played it up to be. However, if it does prevent some of these tragedies from happening in real life to have this removed from print, then that is wonderful. I am all about doing things to actually make a change rather than just discussing making a change. So, does this make a huge change? I'm not sure. We still see plenty of mass shootings happening without this book being in print, so I don't think this was a cause, and I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think banning books in general is ridiculous. It just shouldn't happen. If somebody has banned a book in your area, go find that book, go read it, go form your own opinions, and figure out why. Like, what is it that they don't want you to know about? Obviously, like, this is a different circumstance, but overall, not a terrible book. So I still have 3 other novels in this bind up to get through. So those are The Long Walk, Road Work, and The Running Man. But yeah, I would like to finish this by the end of 2022. And then another one that I've just kind of started going through is one I picked up when my boyfriend and I took a trip to Salem, Massachusetts, and that is Psychic Witch. It is a metaphysical guide to meditation, magic, and manifestation. I can be a very anxious person, and meditation's supposed to be really good for that. I've never really been able to, I don't know, just sit there and like clear my mind or just like be in my own head, so to speak. So I picked this up with hope that maybe I can kind of see what that's all about, learn a bit more, and get a different perspective on things. But we'll see. I have highlighted some. I'm only on like, let's see. I'm on chapter 1, page like 15. Have not gotten very far into this. This might be more of like a reference things afterwards. But it's interesting. It gives you different like exercises to do for focus and things like that. So, Psychic Witch, another one I am hopefully going to be finishing soon. So those would be my like, I don't know, outstanding reads that I would need to finish. Other books I would like to read, as I said, the Death Note mangas. I've had those for a few years now, and I also recently picked up the short stories that's from Death Note. I think it takes place about 10 years after the original events of the story, but I would love to get back into that and finish that series. Not sure if that'll happen in December or if that's gonna have to be a goal for 2023. But I think that is everything I've kind of had started and like ongoing things. I would also love to continue the Promised Neverland manga. I would love to read The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I got the like occult edition, so it has like that volume 2 that never got released. Would love to, you know, continue with that. There's so many books and just so little time per usual. So yeah, I guess that's my little introduction, and I will see you in the next little clip where hopefully I will be reading or have something more interesting to say about books.
Hey, gingerbread man, where's your Christmas spirit? I would like to see you dancing. Come on, take a first step. My love is gifted for you to help you through the river. I know you went through a lot, but why not take a second shot? Hey, gingerbread man, where's your Christmas spirit? Tell me, where's your Christmas spirit? Rudolph the red nose.
Alright, it's like 2 days later. Tomorrow is going to be December 1st. So I wanted to do a little update now. I've only read about 2 more chapters in Elegy. I'm hoping to read more tonight though. I'm on page 196. And then I did also start listening to one of the other novels in the Bachman books. So I started with, I finished Rage a different time. So I started with Roadwork, which is actually like the 3rd story in this book, but I just happened to find the audiobook and have that downloaded, so I am about 30% of the way through that, and I kind of went into that one blind. I didn't really read the synopsis, so I was a little confused. I knew it was a horror book, but that was all I knew about it, so we kind of follow this man and his wife, and for the most part, they're living their best lives, and then they find out that there's going to be a road built over the laundromat where they work. So yeah, that's when I guess the guy starts to lose it. I haven't gotten to that kind of horror part of the book yet. It was kind of all happy-go-lucky, and I was like, this doesn't feel very Stephen King-like. But I think it's going to pick up from here, definitely. So yeah, I am enjoying that. I am enjoying this, and I am hoping to maybe finish these before the readathon that G from Book Roast is doing, but I'm not sure if that will happen. We shall see. Tonight I also switch my Bite aligners. I am on 12 out of 17, so I will be having a mini like self-care night, so I think I'm gonna like do a bath and read, probably Elegy. because I'm being a little protective of the Bachman books. One, because this is very hard to find and it's very expensive on like reseller places. So yeah, I am enjoying both of those, and I will see you in my next update.
There'll be a miracle this time, and you will not fall into the fox's mouth. So baby, run, run, run from everyone who's trying to take a bite of you. I bet if you believe this Christmas Eve is gonna be too good to be true. Yeah. Look in a mirror, we look like Santa's helpers, wearing ugly sweaters. Have a seat by the fire, eating candy canes while my heart is beating. Yeah. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, the red-nosed reindeer was found. There'll be a miracle this time, and you will not fall into the fox's mouth. Well, baby, run, run, run from everyone who's trying to take a bite of you. I bet if you believe this Christmas Eve is gonna be too good to be true, and you'll be singing, hey, 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 yeah, singing, hey, 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 yeah. Santa Claus, yeah, it's me.
Just a quick update. I am now 83% of the way through Roadwork by Stephen King, and I'm really not enjoying it all that much. It's kind of boring. I'm finding the character a little boring and the story a little anticlimactic. I have about an hour left to listen to, but right now I think I'm going to get cozy, and my boyfriend and I are gonna order takeout, and I'm going to make my first tea from my tea advent calendar from David's Tea. I'm super excited to see which one I'm going to get and make it and enjoy that because it is freezing cold today.
Santa Claus, yeah, it's me. Need your help, so I'm down on my knees. Send a word to a friend of mine, please, and things will be alright at the end. Now you don't have to run from anyone. It's gonna be just you and I. As long as you are here next to me, enjoying this Christmas night, you'll be singing, hey, 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 it's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, hope, hope.
Good morning. I look crazy right now. I am going to get dressed. I am going to... Oh, hi, Opie. You coming up to say hi? I am going to... Hi. Get dressed. I am going to finish listening to Roadwork, and I am going to get this vlog posted. I am dressed now, and I am going to listen to my audiobook while I wrap some presents, and I know this person probably won't be watching, hopefully. So if you're part of my family and we're doing Secret Santa, don't watch this next part of the video. These two things that I need to wrap. So I'm going to do that. I'm sure the cats will be assisting me.
Hey, gingerbread man, where's your Christmas spirit? I would like to see you dancing. Come on, take a first step. My love is gifted for you to help you through the river. I know you went through a lot, but why not take a second shot? Hey, gingerbread man, where's your Christmas spirit? Tell me, where's your Christmas spirit? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, the red-nosed reindeer was found. There'll be a miracle this time, and you will not fall into the fox's mouth. So baby, run, run, run from everyone who's trying to take a bite of you. I bet if you believe this Christmas is gonna be too good to be true. Yeah. Look in the mirror, we look like Santa's helpers, wearing ugly sweaters. Have a seat by the fire.
I'm still waiting for one more item to come in, but then I am going to wrap it all up with the ribbon and add this little tag to it. Whoops. But for now, that is done. I just finished listening to Roadwork by Stephen King, one of the Bachman books, part of this bind-up. I think I am now 50% of the way through this book, even though I am reading them out of order. But yeah, all the action in Roadwork really takes place in the last like 20% of the book. The rest is really build up and kind of slow, and I found it a little bit boring to get through, but yeah, basically we follow this man and his wife, mostly the man, and he finds out that they are going to be building a road through his house, through where he works, and he loses his job, his wife, and he's going to lose his house. So it's kind of how his, I guess, depression about this situation takes over, and he kind of loses his mind a little bit and does something drastic in the end. So that's kind of the general synopsis of the book. I would probably recommend other Stephen King books over this one, but I'm glad I have it in my brain as one of the books I have read. I eventually want to read all of Stephen King's books, so we are slowly getting there, one book at a time. So yeah, I think I'm going to be ending my vlog here for now, and you'll have to see the next one to find out what else I am getting up to during the month of December, what else I am reading, and yeah, all that fun, festive stuff. So I will see you in the next one. Bye!